playoff games with 15 points on 60% shooting before the age of 23. DeAndre Ayton with 19. Let's welcome in on the phone our Rip Hamilton here to talk about what's going on. Rip, there's a lot of things each side needs to consider right now. If you are each of these teams, actually, let's just go with the Suns right now. If you're the Suns, what are you facing?
Well, if I'm the Suns, I'm trying to figure out now how to do a sign and trade, because you don't, like you guys were talking about earlier, you don't want to lose DeAndre Ayton for nothing. I mean, this guy averaged 17 and 10 last year, shot 63% from the field for the Phoenix Suns, and he was the anchor on the defensive end. I know how it feels to lose your best player on the defensive end when we lost Ben Wallace going to the Chicago Bulls because of financial reasons. So I think for them, in order for them to get back to playing the way that they were playing last year, especially on the defensive end, they got to try to figure out a way to now, if he does end up going to Indiana, which he signed the offer sheet, is to get some pieces back and look for a guy like Miles Turner, for them to get somebody like him back in a sign and trade. But I just don't believe that they're going to be able just to lose him for nothing.
How important is Kevin Durant right now in landing him to the Phoenix Suns, do you think? It's been about a week or so since that news broke, maybe 2 weeks because time flies. How important is Kevin Durant right now to Phoenix?
Well, it is. I mean, like when you're talking about trying to win a championship, the team, Phoenix Suns, has been so close for the last two seasons, and just the way they were able to just to go through the regular season. But when it got to the playoffs, they needed another guy. They were very similar to like the Miami Heat. We all knew how great Jimmy Butler was in the playoffs, but they need one more guy. And I feel as though Phoenix is in that same situation now, potentially going to lose DeAndre Ayton. I don't think that they're going to match what Indiana's going to what he accepted from Indiana. But I just feel as though that if they can get a guy like KD some way, just knowing that Brooklyn is looking for trade options, then that gets them over the hump, especially in playoff situations. Just knowing that, hey, they need another guy to help Devin Booker anchor the offense. We all know how great Chris Paul is, but he's a guy that's a facilitator, and he's a guy that want to get the ball to his scorers, to get it to his guys, and put them in the right position. So if I'm Phoenix, I'm still trying to call Brooklyn Nets each and every day to try to get Kevin Durant on my roster also.
Rip, take us into the mind of a player. DeAndre Ayton and his agents have said he knows his worth now for quite some time. He didn't get it when he wanted it from Phoenix. I don't know if he necessarily wants to go to the Pacers. Put us in the mind of DeAndre Ayton right now.
Well, I know he's battling a whole lot of emotions right now because, trust and believe, he just doesn't want to leave Phoenix Suns. I mean, ever since Chris Paul got on that roster, he done made DeAndre Ayton into an all-star. Especially from the offensive end. We knew always how great DeAndre Ayton was on the defensive end, but I think he was able to develop, especially playing with great guards. And anytime you can play with great guards, with Chris Paul and Devin Booker, it makes a big job a lot more easier. He was drafted there, played college basketball in Arizona. So he's battling a whole lot of emotions right now, especially when you have success. It's not like he's leaving a bad team where it's like, oh, okay, the grass is a lot greener on the other side. When you look at the Indiana Pacers, I mean, one, they traded Sabonis last year. They added Tyrese Halliburton to the roster, which is a great young guy. They get the kid Benedict from Arizona. This is more of a rebuilding situation for them. They traded Malcolm Brogdon last season. So this is more of a rebuilding. He's not going there to win right now. So I know a lot of things is going on his head right now. He still has championship aspirations, and to be so close with the Phoenix Suns and now have to go to a situation where you're more on a rebuilding team, it's definitely an emotional roller coaster.
Well, and especially at such a young age, just 23 years old, still turning 24 in a couple of weeks. Rip Hamilton, we always appreciate your insight there. Former NBA champ joining us on the phone to talk about this breaking news. DeAndre Ayton agreeing to a 4-year, $133 million offer sheet with the Pacers. Taking a look at the odds to win the NBA championship, the Suns now have 48 hours to match that deal.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.